Hi everybody! I have a feeling it is going to be a very quick stream tonight. But we will get tonight's goal done, which is good. I am still, as you can see, slowly working on grapes and cherries and raspberries. But with Chicago coming up, it's a couple of those things are gonna have to wait until I get back. I will be putting my Etsy on hold for the weekend, starting Wednesday. Oh, excuse me. But that's so I don't make any sales while I'm away. I don't have the opportunity to get to them. Sorry, just doing my usual pulling up a reference picture. Kiwis are super easy. It looks like. I had thought about doing a kiwi cane to go with this, but for right now, just going to work on some kiwis. Oh. 3 inches by what did it say? No, not fruit. Type in kiwi, you get the bird. Not what I wanted. 3 inches in length by 2 inches wide. I need to make myself a little chart. One of these days of conversions. 2 out of 12 equals what out of 16? Should have done it out of 8. Be a little bit easier. bit bigger than 1/8. So that one's perfect. How was everybody's weekend? Mine was fairly nice, actually. I got to go hang out with one of my best friends. She's getting ready to celebrate her daughter's first birthday, and so we spent the day out shopping for it, going out to lunch, and then we got back to her house and we crafted a bunch. You can check out some pictures and videos on my Instagram. And today was chores and prep work for Chicago, even though I'm not selling there. I'm still marketing my free miniatures directory there. I made postcards that I'm gonna drop off at different tables, and we'll see how it goes. We will see. Wrote up the blog for this month, so that'll be published later this week. Did a Patreon post, though it's small, it's still something. And yeah, always a busy weekend. I don't tend to sit still much. We're gonna do 6 kiwis per pack, I think. Pound of kiwis. I do have a tutorial on how to do the canes for these, but it is super complicated. I don't think I've ever had a kiwi, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm trying to think. Maybe once. I'm not the biggest fan of fruit. What did I say? 42 of these guys? I'm excited for Chicago. Just, it feels surreal that it's already here. My mom and I were planning, well, I sent her all the things that are happening. And when, so... She said she's gonna make up an itinerary for us. It's funny, my husband was joking. Oh, I was saying, I should probably pack my business cards just in case. My husband goes, yeah, you should just like reverse pickpocket them into people's bags and stuff. Dog eat dog world. That'd be funny. Hi. No, that's completely okay. Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. You don't understand. One of these days I'll get 3 viewers at the same time. One of these days I'll get affiliate. 2 years in, right? 3 years in at this point almost. One day. Today might not be that day, but that's okay. What's been going on this week? Like I said, I got a new blog post coming this coming week, and I got a Patreon post posted today. This past week, I went to go see Suzume in theaters with my husband. That was really good. I laughed, I cried, I danced. It's a very good movie. I highly recommend it if you can get to see it. If you're into anime. And I don't even know. It feels like the days are just bleeding together at this point. Suzume, it was, it's an animated Ghibli-esque film, but not by Studio Ghibli. It was by Toho. As the skies turn red and the planet trembles, Japan stands on the brink of disaster. However, a determined teenager named Suzume sets out on a mission to save her country. Really good. Really, really good. I know some of the local theaters are hosting it in both the sub and dub. So, if you're interested in going and seeing it, they have both available. It's almost the end of school for me, which is great. Yeah, I can do either, but I prefer dubs because I don't like to pay attention to the TV when I'm watching it. I don't want to have to watch what's going on. And in anime, a lot of things are very predictable, so you don't typically have to watch if you're listening. Especially if it's a lot of, like, outfit changes and special attacks and talking. TV is often just a background noise for me. So, but yeah, Suzume was good. Oh, I watched The Secret World of Arrietty this week with my husband as well. That's a Ghibli film. That is Hayao Miyazaki's take on The Borrowers, which was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I think my husband said it is probably his favorite Ghibli film, which shocked me. Because, so, for me, I grew up reading The Borrowers. Like, that is one of my first inspirations for miniatures, is that, and also, like, my grandmother starting Blackberry Hollow. So, like, to me, I knew the story, and seeing the take on it was very interesting. And so, like, for me, I don't know that it is my favorite. It's up there. But, you know, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't as visually shocking, or fantastical of a story as, like, Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle. It didn't feel as original as those. Still amazing. Just, like, I would watch it again, definitely. It is definitely top 3. But my husband was just, like, blown away by it, so, like, it was weird, because, you know, he's not into the miniature thing, and he's not into, I don't know, like, he doesn't do the minis with me. He's not really, anything that I show him, he's like, oh, yeah, minis. So, having him watch The Borrowers, like, weird. It was just weird to see him enjoy it as much as he did. So, yeah, we did that this week. I got the Free Miniatures Directory, its own website, this week. That's what I did. Been sitting here like, oh, I made postcards for it. Yeah, I made its own website. So now it's not piggybacking off of Blueberry Hollow. And I think that's for the best, because I feel like people going through Blueberry Hollow, it felt like it was a side thing when I want it to be its own entity and more appealing because it is its own entity. So, also it's not confusing going through the entire website to find it. So, that's where we're at on that. So now it's freeminiaturesdirectory.wordpress.com for any mini makers or show people or groups or anything like that want to join. Free of charge. I'm just looking to collect you all. This is essentially what it is. So I made postcards for that for this weekend and made its own QR code, and hopefully I can just drop off a postcard at every vendor that I see in Chicago this week. Very excited for it. Hi BD, how are you? Kiwis. Gonna go throw these in the toaster oven, and then we'll pick out some flocking. I will be right back. Oh no, wait. You did a stupid. Just made little balls of clay and I didn't even texture them or anything. That was dumb. So we didn't. Okay. I knew something was wrong. Good thing they didn't bake. I would have been really upset. Just rushing away here. Let's try this again. They need their little kiwi butts. Huh. Hi, Craftsman. Everybody. Do I eat kiwi skins? So I don't know that I have ever had a kiwi, period. That's where I stand on that. Would I? No. Fuzzy. Weird. Do you eat the kiwi skins? Yeah, peaches, I don't know. Kiwi's a different fuzzy. Extra fuzzy. Weird. Do they have an outie at the bottom? They have an outie at the bottom. Am I blurry? Sorry if I'm blurry. Let me... Sure, I guess. I feel like his top is too big. Okay. 41 to go. So yeah, pretty busy week. Of just doing stuff. Trying to get these grapes done, trying to get cherries done. I gotta figure out, I'd like to bring like a little project with me to do in the evenings at Chicago if I'm not out and about, or like during downtime. Not that I believe there will be much downtime, but maybe like on the plane or waiting in the terminal. So I gotta figure out what I can bring with me that will be good for travel. We will see. Get these guys out of the way and maybe my camera will focus on what I'm actually working on. That'd be nice. Sorry, I'm not very talkative tonight, guys. If, you know, you're always welcome to start conversation and ask questions and all that. Just not sure I have much to say. So I hope that the music is at least some good consolation there. Yeah, everything's okay. I'm just quiet. Thank you for asking. I don't know who was in here when I was talking about my day yesterday. I went to go hang out with a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine. Her daughter's first birthday is coming up, and it's Alice in Wonderland themed. Yes, I'm going to do fuzzies on them. I've got some flocking to pick from. So I went with her yesterday to go craft shopping for it, and then we went to lunch, and we went to Carter's to get baby clothes because I like to spoil my friends rotten. So I picked out birthday stuff for the birthday girl, and Carter's is so cute. I can't help it. Every time I go in there, I nearly have a hissy fit when I'm on my way out because I have my stepson. He's 11. Like, I don't have an itty bitty. So I make do by spoiling my friends that do have itty bitties. So we went there, and then we went back to her place, and we crafted some cool things. So if you check out my Instagram, I've got videos up on my story and pictures and stuff. It's good fun. Carter's is comfy clothes. It's got some cutesy clothes, and it carries brands like Oshkosh. Super cute. Just, oh god, so cute. My friend's like, you can't do this. I'll get you back. And I was like, yeah, you can get me back when I have an itty bitty. Cough, cough, might not ever happen, but whatever. Yeah, so really excited to see how this Wonderland theme turns out for the birthday party. We were working on stuff until all hours of the night last night. Yeah, you can ask about the post. I will be kind of vague. Pretty much everybody in here is subscribed to the Patreon anyway. I will be as descriptive as I can be, depending on the question. Oh, no, I didn't get a response yet. It's fine. Like, all things told, I was going to make that project anyway at some point. So I'm not upset about it. But this is the second time that I have had somebody unsure of what scale they were working in. It's just funny to me. And they weren't upset with my work. They were actually really, they really liked what I had done. And they made sure I knew that. They're like, just so you know, it's not your work. I just don't know that that's the size that I need. I think I work in 124. And I was like, oh. Well, then that certainly won't work. But it's okay. These things happen. Yeah. Well, somebody else, a while ago, somebody ordered green beans from me, then emailed me that they were the wrong size, and when I responded, I never heard anything back, but then they left me a 1-star review and called my item garbage, so when I reached out again to them, well, they had emailed me telling me it was too small and then asking if I had anything that was 2 inches, which, that's 1 to 3 scale. Like, that's huge. That's play school scale. And I was like, no, sorry. But I didn't hear from them. Then they left me a 1-star review. And when I reached out to them again, they called my item garbage and demanded a refund. And I was like, oh, cool. People are the best. I try to. I try to have very full descriptions, and at least, I have the size written down and I have it compared to a penny or something or on the measuring mat, so I do try to, let people know. But people don't read. People don't look. They just see something and they click it. That's it. It's okay. Yeah, the best I could do is get a 1/6 scale doll or room box and a ruler. But I'm not into dolls, and I don't have anywhere to store a room box. Cool. Good job, parent. I mean, was it not to be stereotypical, was it a dad? Because my dad doesn't remember my birthday. He does better now, but he used to think it was, there's a running joke. We were out hunting at one point, and the cops pulled up on our spot. And it was out back of my dad's work, so my dad had permission to be there. But he didn't want us to get in trouble, so we went to go talk to the police, right? And the police are like, "Oh, is there anyone with you?" And my dad's like, "Yeah, my daughter." And they're like, "Oh, how old's your daughter? When's her birthday?" And he just stared at me. He's like, July. And I was like, "No." And he goes, like, I'm still walking out from where we were, and I was like, "Definitely not July." It's like, July 7th. And I was like, "Try again." The cops are laughing. So I'm like, "What is July 7th? And my dad's like, I don't know what July 7th is." Well, a week later, I'm sitting there in the living room watching TV with my dad, and the Shark Week commercial comes on, and it's like, "Starting July 7th. I'm like, oh, my dad remembers Shark Week, but not my birthday. So, yeah. My dad knows my brother's birthday, who is younger than me, my best friend's birthday, who is 5 years older than me, but not mine. It's fine. It's okay. If my husband didn't have his son's birthday tattooed on him, he'd get it wrong. And he did get it wrong recently. Right before my stepson's birthday, I was planning this birthday party, and my husband goes, "Oh yeah, but his birthday is on the 12th, right?" And I was like, "Why are you asking me? You were there. I was not there for your son's birth. Why do I know your son's birth better?" He goes, "No, the 12th." And I was like, "No, 2012. It's the 17th. He goes, "No, it's the 12th. I said, "No." And I'm sitting here going, what is he thinking is so important as the 12th? Our anniversary is the 12th. Like our wedding anniversary of June. Certainly not January. So I'm just out of focus. But my husband has it tattooed on his forearm. It's right there. Like, how do you screw that up? I've watched him. We went to go get memberships for the aquarium, and you have to give your birthday. And I watched him look down at his forearm to remember our son's birthday. I can't blame my dad for not remembering my birthday. He was hopped up on all sorts of painkillers when I was born. No biggie. He was in a hunting accident. There's nothing wrong with my father. So yeah, fun times. Fun times at Baymont High. Right? Yeah, but now I quiz my husband. But now I think it's unfair. My birthday and our wedding anniversary are very close together. And something feels like it's going to be grouped together. Yeah, I gotta finish a lot of these kiwis, so I'll be here. Probably until 10. Somebody's having popcorn and it's not me. I'm gonna go harass my husband real quick. Be right back. Husband successfully harassed. Scared the crap out of him. Yeah, I'm sure it's safe. She's fine. Oh, no! Where'd you go? There we go. Cool. So, what else did I do? Oh, we started, finally. Took me long enough. Being a huge My Chemical Romance fan, I never started, Umbrella Academy. Which is a TV show based off of a comic that Gerard Way wrote, or co-wrote. Never read the comic. Never watched the show. And it's going to be on its final season here soon. Because I thought it was going to be a lot more serious than it is. It takes me a lot of energy to watch serious TV. But it's very good so far. I'm only in season 1, but we did start that. Watched Suzume. Watched Secret Life of Arietti. Secret World of Arietti, sorry. Oh boy. Watched a lot this week. Yeah, copped some corns. Copped the popped. Used to call it a popcorn tax when I was little. Somebody would make popcorn in the house, like Eric, my brother. I would always harass him for a handful of popcorn before he was allowed to continue on his way and eat the rest of the popcorn. But Rob's, my husband's, popcorn machine makes like 32 cups of popcorn in one go, so he won't have to take more than a handful as popcorn tax. Much to his dismay. Friday night too. I did a stupid, but it was well worth it. I was craving throughout the extent of the diet I've been on. I have been craving like gooey chocolate cake or like really thick fudgy brownies. Which is the worst, because like there's no dessert places open in the evenings around here unless it's ice cream, and I didn't want ice cream, and there's no bakeries open, and the closest thing that we have to it is like diner cake, but no diner cake is ever good, and or insomnia cookie, but that's across the bridge in Philly, and they won't deliver to us. So I was whining about it. And my husband's just like, get in the car. We're going to go to ShopRite, and we're going to go get you something from the dessert aisle because you need to knock it off. So awesome. So I got myself a parfait, which was not as impressively good, but I also got one of those sheet cake brownies that they have. And I have just been having a line of them every day. They were phenomenal. So good. And they're iced brownies. God. It's gonna ruin my diet. But work's picking back up, so hopefully it'll cancel itself out. A line of them, yeah. Like I just go down the edge of the brownie and just eat with a spoon. I'm not even cutting myself out of brownie. Rob looks at me and goes, "You're a monster. You're such an animal." I'm like, "You're lucky I'm using a spoon. I'm not just picking away at it with my fingers." brownies. Hey, if I've made it this far and that's the kind of line I'm doing, made it pretty far, pretty well. I'm gonna hear a lot of crumped noises. I apologize. Sorry for people that aren't into listening to people eat. It's apparently an actual phobia. I worked with somebody who at lunch would put in earphones because he could not stand to hear anybody eat, including himself. Weird, right? Meanwhile, some cultures, it's like the quieter you are eating, the ruder you are. You're supposed to slurp your noodles. Don't know what to tell you. Gotta go pick up my postcards tomorrow. Gonna give some to my mom and just like every table we stop at, leave a postcard. I have just enough to get every vendor at both shows. Yeah. Oh, and I wrote an About Me page on the Free Miniatures directory, so people won't be as weirded out by whatever. Very. I've been burning the candle at both ends here. I'm looking forward to summer when I can work on projects for me. Focus on the backlog of stuff that I still have to do. I was invited to come sell at the Lancaster show at the end of May, but I'm gonna have to not, unfortunately. I would have to do a lot to prep for it, and with Chicago this weekend, and then I'm in then it's my friend's daughter's first birthday, and then the weekend after that is I'm a maid of honor in my friend's wedding. It's a lot. I don't know that I won't have time. So, I think in that case, the next show that I'm going to do will be Chicago. Or no, not Chicago. Whoa, not selling at Chicago ever. Sorry, Chicago, you are just too big. The next show I'll be selling at will be Philly miniature. My mission, I think, is to actually complete a few projects. We know they are never really finished. Gonna try. Woo! Exciting. Yeah, after Chicago, depending on how much I spend in Chicago, which I'm not going to hold myself back, but at current, I'm not really I'm in the market for a few things, but I'm not sure. You know, like, they could also wait. But I will probably invest more in the mini CR project. Oh, I worked on that this week too. Kind of worked on it. Slightly. I got a base coat down on one of the pieces. It keeps staring at me and I'm just like, I really just want to work on this project and I don't have time. Summer, I'm gonna work on it. But if I come back from Chicago and I haven't spent a fortune, I'm going to invest in a couple pieces for that. will inspire me more to work on it? What will? Yeah. Because the pieces I have, they're just sitting here staring at me, and I'm like, oh, I'm trying. Feel like I have an obligation to the business first, though, you know? So... I don't know. I think my goal is to keep it to 6x8 at the biggest, but I don't think it'll be that big. I want to be able to, if need be, load it up into the back of a pickup truck. It is kind of big, you're right. I'm hoping smaller. And when I look at the house that I have already, I'm thinking it will be smaller. But it won't go on to a layout for a while. Yeah. I'm thinking it'll be closer to 5x5. Yes. No, but we know where his parents live. Don't know where he lives in LA, but I know where his parents live in Bellevue. Or Belleville. And my one buddy is just crazy enough to help me do that. So is my sister-in-law. She's also crazy enough to help me do that. Tax records, baby, you can find anybody. I'm gonna get in so much trouble on here. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I'm sure. Sure they already have it. I mean, I'm sure they already have it. They live in Belleville, so like... Yikes. It's like Newark area. Plus, knowing all of the crazy fans that are out there, I'm sure they already have, like, crazy security systems. Hi, welcome back. Huh. Oh, if I sat and had lunch, I would die. I would die. I would just die. Can't. If they just saw it on like Instagram and gave me a good job, I'd pass out. And I don't get starstruck and I don't get embarrassed that easy, but holy cow, just the idea of it gives me stupid butterflies. Ah. Watch the 11-year-old not know what to do with washing dishes. Well, gotta be a good role model for them. Whether they're yours or not. Love and support and compassion. 11? Yeah, 5th grade. That's mine. Mine is also an 11-year-old. Yeah. It's not that they don't like you. Promise. They will appreciate it later on in life. And if they don't, and the only thing they complain about in therapy is that you made them do dishes, then you're still doing something right. I tell my son that all the time. I said, if the reason you go to therapy is because I dance in the supermarket, I did something okay. Yeah, they all do, but remember how you were at that age? I certainly do. I was an idiot. I'm 30 and I'm still an idiot. Sure. And, like, our generation, we had more than the generations prior to them, but, you know, that's how it is. You just have to understand where they're coming from and adapt. I know where I was at 11. Good try, Nexus. Thank you for the compliment. Oh, itchy. I have a blister right under my wedding ring. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, now we can go bake these. I can't recall what or how I was in 5th grade, but I know the rest of the kids were not so... No. The kids remained not nice until the end of high school, but, you know... Yeah, now they have every game system under the sun, right? Alright, I'll be right back. Well, back on the subject of birthdays, though, when we were getting desserts on Friday night, and I demanded dessert. I was looking at the birthday cakes in the case, and they were really pretty. And I was like, "Oh, the big 3-2 is coming up." And my husband looks at me and goes, "I'm gonna be 33." I'm like, "No, not you, dummy." And he's not going to be 33, he's going to be 34. Game Boys have been around since 95? 95? I'm pretty sure. maybe longer. I know we got a Game Boy Color in like 97. Or something like that. I mean, my first game system was a Nintendo 64, so that's what puts me there. And that's I'm old, is what I'm saying. Like, my son will talk about, oh, back in the 90s, there was a game system called the Nintendo 64. I'm like, yeah, buddy, yep, I've been around since before Google, my guy. Like, I know, I was there. Ooh, popcorn. Popcorn? Oh, these? It's flocking. Like fibers, not like the foam flocking. I think I'm gonna go with that one. I thought you were asking what I was eating. This stuff is the devil. It's almost as bad as glitter. Yeah, well, I had my line of brownie for breakfast this morning, so I shouldn't eat more brownie. I've almost gotten through an 8x8 inch pan in 3 days. I just can't believe they don't have insomnia cookie over here. Like, that's a sin. What I really wanted was a brownie that had a cookie dough bottom and had Reese's Cups pressed into it and peanut butter fudge on top. That's what I really want. And what Insomnia Cookie is? Insomnia Cookie is a cookie delivery service that will send you cookies at like 3 in the morning. And you can order each cookie individually. You don't have to order like a pack of 12. You can get like 1 white chocolate macadamia, 2 chocolate chip, and 4 oatmeal raisin if you're an awful person. And we would get them. We had something like it when I was in college up at Rutgers. And one time we just ordered glasses of milk from them because none of us had vehicles. And we needed milk for a recipe that night. But yeah, they would send you glasses of milk and whatever cookies you wanted. It's great. Best idea in the world. But there's like, somebody would make a killing if they just had dessert places that weren't ice cream open after 6 p.m. Because that's when I want dessert. Yeah, they had all sorts of cookies too, like peanut butter and M&M and extra chocolate, gluten-free, and sugar cookie, and God, they were so good. They were always warm because they would just like freeze trays and trays and trays of cookie dough and then just bake them on the spot. It was amazing. You could even buy the cookie dough from them. And because we had a very big Seeing Eye puppy club on campus, they even made dog cookies too. Oh yeah, they were decent size. They were like 4-inch big cookies. They were, oh gosh. Yeah, and I think Insomnia Cookie is the same, but they're based in Philadelphia and they won't come across the bridge. Sad. Oh, we're gonna do it like that. And I was worried on Friday too because, you know, you go to the dessert section of like ShopRite or Acme or whatever you have, and they're not very good desserts usually. Unfortunately. Like, they make do, but they're not, you know, everything you want and more. But it was 8 o'clock at night and I was not going to make myself brownies. But these brownies were actually really good. Matte, glue, or glaze? Like Mod Podge? Yeah. Yeah. You think that'll be better than Sculpey? Or Sculpey. Tacky? Ding. I'll be right back. Yeah, let me get my Mod Podge. Have a piece of popcorn kernel in between my teeth. Ruined. Oh, today. Trying to think of how I want to do this. Try a light flocked one. I'm working on it. Trying to. Bowl's too shiny, it's upsetting my camera. Paper is also too white, it's upsetting my camera. Trying to find something darker to work on. Might have to do these in sections. Can't glue the whole thing and drop it in shake and bake? Maybe. Let me try this one first. Flocking is shiny. Looks like a treble. Eh. It doesn't want to stay in my fingers. And it's rubbing off. That'll pat it down. Not a triple now. Oh, I don't want to dump all of my flocking. But I might end up using all of it actually. We'll see. We'll see how far we get. Gonna try your idea, Nexus. Rolling glue. Drop into flocking. Shake and bake. Well, that'll do it. Okay. Guess we're doing it that way. Get that off. Where'd Craftsman go? Disappeared? Back to dishes? Fall asleep? Finding his Game Boy? Could be anything. Maybe I do want to dump all this flocking in there. I have to remember where I bought this flocking because I'm gonna need more. So, just for a record, we are dipping it in Mod Podge glue, rolling it about. I should have, let's do noises, sorry. 3 different tweezers going, so 1 for glue. Putting it into our flocking. No, I don't think so. And then 1 to transfer into there, and then roll it out. Well, here's a funny story. So at work, last year we had been doing Taco Fridays every once in a while from a local taco shop that does like $3 tacos, and they're really good tacos. Well, this year with everybody coming back, I was, because some people take like 6 weeks off in the winter because there's not a lot of work. Well, we'd been trying to get like Taco Friday to be a thing again. What do you mean a light one? Like light color? Darker or lighter? Like this middle color is like the perfect color. So yeah, we've been trying to do this Taco Friday thing, and I hear last week that they're gonna finally do it, that the owners are gonna like pitch in for tacos and all that. And guess when it's gonna be? This Friday when I'm not there. So I was so bummed out. Yeah, well, I won't. No, I'm not staying home from Chicago for tacos. It's not worth it. But everybody's like, oh, Bailey, we're finally doing Taco Friday. And I was like, I won't be here. It's like, somebody better save me a taco or two. They're like, will it still be good by Monday? I'm like, I don't care. We almost have an entire set done. Hooray. Well, we'll count that one as done and it'll just be mine. Yay! 6 tacos on the brain, Bailey. Kiwis. It's so light. Camera does not like light things. I don't know that I can get bigger and better tacos in Chicago. Probably not. Yeah, no. Let me see if I can find something to display these on. Maybe that's a little bit better. Kiwis. Alright. Only a million more to go. $36 more. Telling my husband all the things I wanted to do while I was in Chicago, and he goes, it's gonna be pretty jam-packed, huh? And I was like, do you know me? Have we met? Have we been dating for like the last 7 years? Like, you don't understand how I function? Jam-packed is like my middle name. That's what I do. Get the most out of my vacations. It was never installed with a chill button. That one has a bump on it. Too much flocking. on one side. Trying to get some of the clumps out of there. Sorry. I can't put you over like certain things because then it's too bright and the camera loses clarity. I'm trying. I am trying. There you go. Yes, I kind of have to do one at a time because I feel like if I do multiple, I will get them stuck to each other. are we up to? Oh, 2 of them are done. Cool. Hope I can get these done. What time is it? Maybe not. Thought it was going to be a quick stream. Forgot I had to put butts on the kiwi. But now that I'm looking at them, I really didn't have to do that. Oh well. Oh well. Right, we're thinking six kiwis. 6 kiwis in a pound, right? So I would think 6 kiwis in a bag. I don't know how people buy kiwis. I don't eat kiwis. Do you eat kiwis, Nexus? Buy them single. Okay, here's a question. Evil asked this earlier, and no one else was really around. Do you eat kiwis with the skin on? Ah, fuzzy. But then she said, well, peaches are fuzzy. I said, yeah, but it's a different level of fuzzy on a kiwi. That's just so much fuzz. That gives me the same level of skeeve as I watched somebody bite into a pomegranate once. And I wanted to cry. Oh, you don't eat the skin? Yeah. No, she eats them with the skin on. Fuzzy. Fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy.
Is empty. It is always ready for anything. It is open to everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
There are many possibilities.
Watched somebody bite into a pomegranate once, gave me skeeves, never wanted to watch that person do it again. They were supposed to be doing it like in a sexy way. It was the Tutors. I was watching it on the Tutors. And It's like the least sexy thing I think I've ever watched anybody do. Because I know what that tastes like. Yeah. Just anything besides the pomegranate, like, seeds are gross. That one would be fun to do. Pomegranates. I wonder if I have that on my list. Like the inside of a pomegranate. That'd be really tedious. By fun, I mean insane. I've seen them in Mini, and I wanted to cry for that person who made them. That's a lot of work. Yeah, poms are a once a year thing, unfortunately. They are so much work to eat. Poms are a favorite. Cranberries are a favorite. Not raw. They're so tart. I've had the opportunity to eat fresh cranberries off the vine, and let me tell you, it is not an opportunity I would wish upon anyone. They're so tart. Like, and not in a good way, not like sour tart, like just bad. I found it very funny because I worked for cooperative station that the major research being done was on cranberries and blueberries, and at the time, Ocean Spray released a statement, against the whatever sugar law was going into act around that time about, oh, we can't reduce our amount of sugar going into the stuff because, and I quote, cranberries in their natural state are not appeasing fruits. My God, that's your entire business. Why would you say something like that? It is a bad, bad tart. Let me see if I can find... So, so at the time I was working there was a surplus of cranberries to the point there was 100% of next year's needed cranberry supply in storage, right? Not just that year that they were working on, 100% of the following year. But at the time, prices of cranberries, like the price of cranberries that they were paying the farmers was dropping, and the prices of the juice was going up, and I couldn't figure out why, and I think it was because of the sugar costs at the time. Not appeasing fruit to enjoy, exactly. And actually the reasons why craisins are so sweet is because they infuse them with cherry juice. Fun fact. But it just shocked me how many cranberries, because they are not a very juicy fruit, how many cranberries go into one singular bottle. No, not probably, definitely. I know that they dry out the cranberry and then they infuse them with cherry juice and then dry them out again. There are 4,400 cranberries in 1 gallon of cranberry juice. That's a lot. That's just so much. Oh, sugar price. Yeah, probably. I only imagine that was what was causing the influx of price. Because they use a lot of sugar. Like when you make cranberry sauce, it's 4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of orange juice or something like that, and then like 2 cups of cranberries. It is silly. All sugar. Sugar with cranberry flavoring. Don't get me wrong, I love me some cranberry juice. I will drink an entire gallon in one sitting if left to my own devices. It is a problem. When cranberry juice goes on sale at our store, we will buy like $200 worth of cranberry juice because we go through it. I'm trying not to because it's an expensive juice and also very sugary. Trying to cut down on that. She says, having eaten an entire line of brownies this morning for breakfast. Palm cran. Ocean Spray is good. It's the more expensive one. Langer's makes a good cranberry juice. I like Langer's. They're a little bit less expensive. But Ocean Spray is the big one. Palm cran, grape cran is good. Apple cran is phenomenal. Watermelon cran is fantastic. Peach, they do a white cranberry peach now. That's really good. Raspberry cran is good. Wasn't really a fan. I think they had a blueberry cran, but I wasn't a big fan of that because I'm not really a big fan of blueberries. The watermelon cran was really good. Don't really like the mango cran. Pineapple cran is good. That's a good Christmas mixer. They're all real good, honestly. The only things I don't like are the diets. Their diet juice is awful in every form. I have had actual cranberry juice, no sugar added, just the cranberry juice, and surprised my last boss's class because he brought us a bottle of it to class for everybody to try. And I was helping out in the class at the time, and I was the only one that could stomach it. Water cran is new as of a couple years ago. It's very good. Good for me? What? What ew and what good for me? Natural cran is good for you, but it tastes like awful. Yeah. So awful. Alright, I'm gonna finish up this round. I'll have had 4 sets made, which is pretty good. I need to get more flocking, I think, which means I need to find where I bought this stuff. Hey. Maybe I'll get through it. Maybe I'll get through it. Let's just power through. Oh no, we can't power through. Tick, tick, tick. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on. So, my name is Bailey Carr Zimmerman, and I am the owner of Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. I've been in miniatures for 20 years. And have been over 20 years, and I've been making miniatures for the last 3. I started off with vegetables. Last year I did holiday stuff, and this year I'm working on an amalgamation of things: meats, fruits, furniture, not to sell, but and clothes, not to sell, because those are for me and my dollhouses, which are in desperate need of some of those things. So, I try to stream Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch at Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. If you miss any of my videos, you can check them out on YouTube at the same name, Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. If you want to read more about the dollhouses, or shows that I go to or anything like that, you can check out my blog. That is blueberryhollowminiatures.wordpress.com. Right now I am discussing kind of the backstory of where Blueberry Hollow gets its namesake and its inspiration from, and that being Blackberry Hollow, which was my grandmother's dollhouse and attempted miniature bear business. So right now I'm kind of writing up the stories that she used to tell me and my brother, or wrote for me and my brother, and kind of nitpicking them, unfortunately. Not nitpicking them, but like pointing out things that are not canon or don't make sense, adding in a few little jokes here and there, changes to the lore that she has told me about. So I highly encourage you to check that out. Again, that's blueberryhollowminiatures.wordpress.com. If you'd like to check out my social media, I have Facebook and Instagram at Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. My TikTok is Blueberry Hollow Minis. If you like what you see coming out of Blueberry Hollow Miniatures, you can always check out my Etsy. That's Blueberry Hollow Minis as well. And if you want to be a part of more of what you see coming out of Blueberry Hollow Miniatures without buying something, you can always join my Patreon. That's Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. You should be able to find it. There are 3 different pledge levels that you can join at this point. $1, $5, and $10 a month, and each of them gets you exponentially more than the last. But all of them get you exclusive content that's not necessarily Blueberry Hollow Minis, but is at the same time miniature or craft-esque. Things I'm doing behind the scenes, commission work, shows that I'm going to, extra promo codes for my Etsys, my mini CR project that I mentioned on here a couple times, which is a completely different scale and not Blueberry Hollow Miniatures at all. That is a me project that I am highly anticipating doing once I get the ball rolling on it. So again, that's Blueberry Hollow Miniatures as well. Or if you feel like bossing me around, I have what I lovingly call my craft to-do list challenge. What that is a Google document that details all of my stock and kind of sets a priority on things that are low in stock or not in stock currently and what I need to do with them. And what you can do is go in there and leave a comment on one of those things saying that you want to see it done. So all you'd have to do that is privately message me your email address, and I will add you to the Google document, and that gives you whatever you get out of bossing people around, you weirdo, and it gives me that little burst of dopamine for getting a project done, especially for you. If you'd like to email me, you can do so at blueberryhollowminis@gmail.com, and I think with that I have covered all of my bases. Nexus? Oh, I guess what's going on for the next few weeks. So, there is a Patreon post up tonight, or today. There is a blog post being released later this week. Calendars will be updated later this week. My Etsy shop goes into vacation mode on Wednesday in anticipation for Chicago International and the Springs Showcase of Chicago miniatures. I will be attending but not selling at those things, but I will be advertising my free miniature directory. My Free Miniature Directory. Free Miniaturist Directory is a collective that I'm trying to gather of vendors, shows, and groups or clubs, because I find it has always been very difficult to find these things online, with the older generation not being as tech savvy or internet savvy, and the younger generation not knowing that any of these clubs or groups or shows exist. So I'm trying to blend the two by allowing a space for all of these people to come together and organize them by state and by area and by country and things like that. So if you are a miniaturist or in a group or in a club or in you run a show or something like that, or even if you just want your name out there as somebody that does minis, all you would have to do is join the Free Miniaturist Directory, and you can do so at freeminiaturistdirectory.wordpress.com. All of these things can be found on my Linktree. That is linktr.ee /blueberryhollowminiatures. Holy cow. Okay. So, we went through everything that's happening this week. I will not be streaming next weekend because I will be getting home late from the show. The following weekend, I have no idea what we're doing. That's like May. Holy cow. That will be May. It will be fruit. I will be getting home from... No, I won't have anything that weekend. Following weekend, I'll have a wedding. I don't know if I'm streaming the 14th. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let me look at the calendar. May. Oh, that'll be fun. So, first Sunday in May, we'll be doing citrus. We'll be starting citrus. Lemons and limes. Fun. That'll be real fun. And then I have to reassess what's going on the 14th because I'll be in a wedding then. We'll figure it out. Yeah. But the 7th I'll also definitely be going over what's happening in Chicago, which will be a whirlwind of an event. There's just so much there. There's over 230 vendors. And I am going to drop a postcard at every single one of them. Alright. With that, I think I've covered all of my bases. I know that was a lot. I know my thing is always a lot. Like, tree. Let's see. Discuss my email, my blog, my Etsy, my Twitch, my YouTube, my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, miniatures directory. That is everything. Okay, with that, I hope you all have a wonderful week. If you are going to Chicago, I hope you will see me there. And if you do see me there, reach out, say hello. I am a pretty friendly person and outgoing, so even if you are shy, don't be. Come say hello at me. I'll be wandering around with my mom. You can't miss her. She's nearly 7 foot tall and wears goggles on her head. And we look alike. So, you can't miss us. And I'm not that tall, but I look... Anyway. You won't be able to miss us, is what I'm saying. She's not nearly 7 tall, but she is a tall woman. So, she'll stand out above the crowd. You'll be able to see her. Oh, Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. Alright. With that, I am not freakishly tall, just very tall, and I am not. Both my parents are like 6 foot, and my brother's 6'2", and I, just did not get the right side of that genetic tree. I am a measly 5'5". Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna go get ready for bed and upload this video for tomorrow. I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I will see you in May. Holy cow. I can't believe we're already in May. Jeez. Okay, alright. I love you. Bye. Have a nice night. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.